What's good with you guys? Back at it again with another video here today. In the background, you guys will be hearing some songs. It is my boy Cash Out Mike. Shout out to my boy Vlon Brazy. Shout out to everybody. But with that being said, today I want to talk about being established. Being established, right? Being established can mean a lot of things. Now, with that being said, being established is not just, thinking that it's game over. Being established is not just thinking that, 9 to 5s. Now, let's talk about it. 9 to 5s are basically one of those things where a 9 to 5 is like a stepping stone. A 9 to 5 has a lot of benefits. But like I said, Mr. Keep It Simple said it best. And I deeply agree with this. Is that being established. A lot of people want to rush to relationships. A lot of people want to rush into, having women around them. And there's nothing wrong with that, having women around you. But trying to have intercourse with them and, just do a bunch of stuff like that, I feel like you're wasting time. At the end of the day, us men got to realize that content is where it's at. Making content. And I'm not talking about just making content. I'm talking about making channels. Having 3-4 channels, documenting your life. It could be anything. You could be documenting your life about going to work, your 9 to 5, not recording while you're at your 9 to 5, but I love y'all. I really do. Shout out to FLS, Unlimited Community. But being established means a lot of things. And being established is like, I want to say, being mentally ready, having your own place, having your own studio apartment. That's what I want. And being established could go a long way. Being established is like online established. Being online established is two different things. So I feel like when we're talking about established, it could go a long way. Like being established is like, let's just say, somebody is trying to, get to their have a family. You trying to take your family out on a private jet or whatever, or you trying to go somewhere because you always gonna want your family around you because that's your family, that's your wife, kids, so on and forth. So when you are established, and you may say, James, what are you talking about? Well, we got content creators like FLS talking about it. The community, Keep It Simple, not trying to copy, but, I hear a lot of that word established, and I want to put my opinion on it. I definitely agree with everybody else, is that being established is important. A lot of guys want to have intercourse with these women, and they try to blame the women. They try to say the woman lead them on, this and that. Stop. We don't believe in that, okay? At the end of the day, we are the men in a relationship. And and like I said, and everybody else, even content creators know this, that girl has her dad in life. Once that dad is not in her life and you in her life, you are there. You are her. I'm not going to say that word daddy or whatever term y'all want to use, but you're her daddy. And, just being established, just grinding, putting the work in, DoorDash, Instacart, whatever you got to do it. A lot of people give up on YouTube. They don't even realize all you need is 1,000 subscribers and your watch hours. Start posting videos. Post a lot of YouTube shorts. Because you don't know. What out of those YouTube shorts, you're going to end up blowing up. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fact. So when I tell people, or when I hear people, Keep It Simple, a lot of content creators, it's kind of rare because Keep's the only one that talks about people being established, why it's important. And I want to kind of hop on that topic as well. Being established could mean a lot of things for you. It could open a lot of doors for you. For example, I do fitness and everything else like that. So once I started locking in with this and I started doing my fitness and I started doing, the whole 9 yards, even concluding with, doing YouTube, bro. Like, you don't have to do YouTube, but do something that you think is going to make you money besides the 9 to 5. Once you find that, it's going to open doors for you. You're going to start doing stuff that you never thought you would do. Who would have thought that I'll be making content? Who would have thought that I'll be making self-improvement videos? And, just That's it, bro. A lot of men don't think like that. They think that it's game over because they at their parents' house, bro. You could grind while you at your parents' house and then get out of there. Get your apartment. That's my goal. That's my end game. I'm not giving up. I'm gonna keep going. This is the reason why I did YouTube. There's times where people wanted me to quit with YouTube, but guess what? We're still here. We're still here. So with that all being said, being established, it's not no game. When you're established, the chance of a woman playing with you, how you guys say it, and I don't believe that either. A woman's not gonna play with you unless you treat yourself like that. Like, the world treats you how you treat yourself. So if you treat yourself like a piece of trash, the world's gonna treat you like that. If that woman don't see that boss mentality in you, she don't see that mentality in you to the point to where you're a warrior. You're grinding every day. Because at the end of the day, regardless, woman wants attention. And a lot of people need to remember that when you're established and everything. But always remember, women want attention. It's not a bad thing, but they want attention from their man. You are her man. You are her knight shining armor. She wants to be around you 24/7. Working at the job, you may be able to hang out with her or you be with her, but at the end of the day, it's time consuming. So when you get established online, you get established with clothing. Take your time with the clothing. I had clothing a long time ago, if I can remember it. But then eventually I just, for me, I ended up just taking a break from it and stuff like that. But for the most part, being established, once you're established, it's not a game. It's not a game. And, with this life that we live in, we have to take advantage of this, us as men. It's no time to play around. So please always remember that it's no time to play around, and being established is very key. Stop blaming the women for your problems. Stop blaming the women because you still struggling. Stop blaming women because you still live with your parents. Figure out a way to get out this situation. It's not that hard. Thank you, guys. God bless you all and your family. Peace.